Hey, what's up? So today we're on a LocoCast. Today we got Ian from PSU. As you can see, we're in a different room because we're at Penn State today. And so tell us a little bit about yourself.
What's up, guys? My name's Ian. I'm 22 years old. I'm a senior at Penn State. I'm from California, but I spent a lot of my summers on the East Coast in Jersey, like if you know LBI. So I'm a senior here at Penn State now. I'm studying corporate innovation and entrepreneurship with Caden. I am going to be hopefully graduating in May.
Hopefully.
What I do is called e-commerce, and pretty much I run different stores, selling different types of products through a business model called dropshipping. So we'll talk a little bit more about that on the podcast.
Yeah. So we know a little bit about e-commerce. I know you guys probably see ads on Instagram, YouTube, like, oh, you guys can do this right now.
That's right.
Buy my program, like all that, buy all that stuff. So like, tell us the difference between like what you do and then like what people do like when they're trying to sell their courses online.
All right. So what I do is pretty much I try to follow the trends in the market and see what is popping right now. Pretty much. So I look at different products to sell. And if I see a product that's going to be popping in the next couple of months, I pretty much build a store around it, I brand it, and I essentially make it my own. Then what I do is I source the product from overseas, so usually from China, and then I ship it from China directly to the customer, and then I keep the profit. Obviously, I mark up the price. And what I see a lot of these people online doing is that they say that they make a lot of money doing this, but most of their money is through selling their course.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with buying a course per se. They probably know a lot, and if you're a beginner, it can be really helpful, but it's just not necessary. If you really put in the time and the effort, and honestly the money too, then you don't need somebody else telling you what to do. You can really pave your own way. And with something like dropshipping, something like e-commerce, there's no one set route, right? Like somebody could tell you to do something and it could go completely different for somebody else. So if you're looking into trying to buy a course from one of those gurus online, I definitely don't recommend it. But yeah, definitely if you're trying to start doing e-commerce or something like that, try to pave your own way.
So how did you start? Like who told you, like when was the first time you heard about it? Did you have any like mentors that helped you? And
Yeah, so I first heard about it. It was a little bit post-COVID, so what was it, like 2021 or something like that?
Okay.
And I was sitting in my apartment, and I was thinking to myself, like, man, dude, I'm broke as hell. And so I was like, I don't have any money to, like, go out and like, buy food, I don't have any money to do whatever. So I was thinking, I gotta, like, find a way while I'm sitting here in my apartment to, like, make some money. And I wasn't going to try to go get a job because, one, it was COVID, and two, I'm not a good worker. Yeah. Like, I like to work for myself. I don't like to work for other people.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. Like, I don't like working for other people. Or people bossing me around all day.
Right. So I was looking up different ways to, like, make money online, and I came across this one YouTuber. I still watch him to this day. His name is AC Hampton on YouTube, and I found, like, his dropshipping tutorial, and I just clicked on it. It was like 2 hours long or something like that, and I remember I was in the car with my parents. I think we were driving back from like Southern California to my house in Northern California, so it was like an 8-hour long drive, and I just used up the whole entire drive. I grabbed a notebook and pencil and paper. I just like took notes the entire drive. So that's really how I got started.
So it's like, so you're basically saying like, you can't, like, it's not an overnight process. You put the work in, like, you studied. And there is good information on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty much how I actually got started. That's where I am today is because of YouTube. Actually, like, when I was in my car, like, doing all the research and stuff, that was the beginning of 2021, I think. And I don't think I started my first store until May of 2021, just because I wanted to get, like, literally everything down pat. Like, I wanted to get everything perfect. I didn't want to make mistakes at all. Obviously, nobody's perfect, so you're going to make mistakes. You have to learn. So, but definitely not an overnight process. And if you really put in the time and the work and the effort, you can pretty much put your head down and do anything.
So what would you say are like 3 common mistakes, or you could do more than 3, that people usually do in the beginning?
Okay, well, okay, that's a good question. First mistake is just not staying consistent. A lot of people will try it for maybe a week and give up. So right now I have 2 main brands that I'm running, and then I have a couple brands on the side that I'm trying to scale up just to give me supplemental income. I'm posting 3 times on Instagram and TikTok daily. So, and that's, I mean, for the past month or 2, I've been doing that every single day, 30 days, 3 times a week. So if you stay consistent, you're going to get somewhere, you know, you're going to get a following, you're going to get some sales. A lot of people will quit after a week and be like, no, dropshipping doesn't work, it's oversaturated or whatever.
Everyone's like, oh man, dropshipping, there's too many people doing it. But I'm like, hey, I know this guy, he's doing pretty good in it.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is that dropshipping, it's just a business model. It's really just another way of doing business. Most companies in the United States get their products from China anyway. So, like, I mean, Nike has workshops in China. Like, it's literally just a business model. So pretty much everybody does it, and that's what a lot of people don't understand, is that it's not something that can be oversaturated, because selling products online is always going to be around, at least for the foreseeable future, you know? Yeah. So just stick with it, stay consistent. Something else that I would say is you can't start dropshipping with $0. It's just not possible.
So how much money would you say they should start with, or anybody that wants to get interested should start with?
I would say probably have at least $1,000 saved up. So, you know, I mean, you could probably easily just get that doing like a summer job or something like that. Just like I don't know, anything really, like just any sort of summer job. And that's just for starting the store, you know, getting a little ad spend, being sure that you can afford to buy the product ahead of time so you can take videos with it and stuff like that. And you really only want to put into it what you afford to lose, like what you can afford to lose. So it's kind of like trading stocks in that way. Like, you wouldn't put $5,000 into your investment portfolio if you only have $6,000 to your name, right?
Yeah. So you put all your eggs in one basket.
Right, exactly.
So I know, like, it sounds like you're doing a lot. You're going to school, you're doing drop shipping. Mm-hmm. So, like, I know this takes discipline, time management. Tell us a little bit about, like, your time management. Like, what's your day-to-day look like?
Yeah, so one thing that I would recommend definitely for beginners in dropshipping or e-commerce in general, or really if you want to do anything and be successful at it, start a routine and get a to-do list, or write down a schedule or something that just helps you organize your day. I started doing that, and like, I've become significantly more successful just because of that. Just, you know, take time the night before, just take 15 minutes and plan out what your day is going to be. Just write down, oh, today I have to post 3 videos on TikTok. Today I have to run my Google ads. Today I have to send out messages to my supplier or whatever. And then I have to do, you know, my English homework, whatever. So just get a planner, get a notebook, get a to-do list, get something that just helps you organize your day-to-day routine. Now, I see a lot of people starting their days at like 5 o'clock and like getting up, cold showers, just right to the gym. I do that a lot, but it's not a necessity. You can really get anything that you have to do down if you just schedule it and routine it. So definitely get a to-do list, get a planner or something like that, and just write down everything.
Yeah, so what are like some tips? So like, how do you get people to find your product?
Okay, so there are a lot of ways that you can do it, but it takes time and it takes effort. Easiest way is paid marketing, but obviously you have to have a pretty big budget if you want to do that. So paid marketing, what I would recommend you to do is order your product, whatever your product might be, online. When it comes, take videos of it, with it. For example, my most recent product is this wallet. So I would go around literally just around campus and record myself with this wallet. Then you could either talk over it or have a voiceover or something like that, and just use those as TikTok ads. And obviously that's going to take more of a budget, but it is the most effective way. You could also do organic advertising, which is you just post videos on TikTok, and it's effective if you do it consistently, like I was saying. So if you post, I would recommend 3 to 5 times a day, probably closer to 5 times a day if you're just starting out. And then, keep it going from there. Day to day, just post 3 to 5 times a day. You're going to see some sort of following, and you're going to get some sort of interaction on your page, and then that's going to turn to clicks on your website.
So everyone talks about like the highs of dropshipping, and I want you to talk about like the highs of dropshipping too. But tell us a little bit about like the lows, like the people aren't talking about.
Oh, bro, you have no idea.
Cause everyone just posts, they just post their income. Oh, I have a 6-figure dropshipping website and all that, but they're not talking about like the behind the scenes.
Right.
That's what we want to get to know about.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that you just have to learn. It's just, you have to go through that. My first successful product, you guys have probably seen it on TikTok. It was the flying, the
flying
boy
thing.
Yeah. So,
I seen that before I even knew you.
Yeah. So that was my first successful product. I did close to $200,000 in revenue with that product. And what I didn't realize that I only did that much because it was going into Christmas time, and that was a good gift. So after Christmas, the hype for that product died down significantly. Like December 31st it was here, January 1st it was like, so I mean, I didn't know any better at the time, so I had my ad spend to like $1,000 a day or something like that. Like it was something absurd.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, December 28th, cool. December 29th, cool. December 30th, whatever. January 1st, boom. Why am I not seeing any sales? Because there's no more hype for this product anymore. So I blew through the majority of all of the profit that I got from that in probably a month. Just because I was running ads for that one product, and there was no hype for it. So it's just something that you have to gain knowledge in the field, and you're going to make mistakes, and you have to be able to learn from those mistakes to be able to really hold on to your profit, Yeah. Because there's definitely more lows than people will tell you online. Yeah. Because, I mean, I think that I got lucky with that product. For sure, I got lucky, actually, because...
How'd you find it?
I found it just through scrolling on TikTok. I was like,
really?
Yeah, this looks cool. I'm going to start a store around it. Like, I completely got lucky, and then it took off that year. One thing that people also don't tell you is that there's no perfect product. Like, all of the products that you see people selling, a lot of them are going to be seasonal, like I was saying. So, my product was popular around Christmas, so I had a great October, November, December, and then my January, February, March, whatever, was terrible. Right now I'm running products that are going into the summer, so right now it's a little bit slow, but leading up to the summer, it's gonna, keep going, and I mean, the trends prove that too, because they were popping last summer too, so a lot of it is seasonal, and if people don't want to buy your product, then they don't want to buy your product. You can't force people to buy your product.
So how do you think e-commerce will be affected in like a recession, like economy, or do you think that e-commerce is still something that's going to thrive through recession or for high, low?
So I think even in the past couple of years, e-commerce has suffered just because it's easier for people to get products on Amazon. I mean, Amazon is e-commerce. It's literally the same exact thing, but they're so big and they offer so many warehouses that they can do like 2-day shipping, and they can have lower prices than most other e-commerce stores starting out. So I think e-commerce has suffered just in that it can't really compete when we're in a recession with the low prices of like Amazon and Walmart and all them. But I think that if you can market your product in a way that you want to target emotions. People buy off of emotions. So if you market your product in a way that they need to buy it, they don't want to buy it, they need to buy it, then they're probably not going to go to Amazon when they see an ad for your product. You know what I'm saying?
So are y'all listening to that, man? That's a really good point he just said. So then, talk about. You said you could. Amazon is just like e-commerce. Have you ever tried to drop ship on Amazon?
I
did e-commerce on Amazon before?
I did for a little. So, if you guys didn't know already, pretty much 95% of the products that you see on Amazon are drop shipped. It's just a different way of drop shipping. It's actually called Amazon FBA. It's Amazon's integrated drop shipping system. So pretty much a person like me would send a bunch of these items to an Amazon warehouse, and Amazon will ship and fulfill the item for you. So it's literally the same as drop shipping, just you're getting the item from China in the first place, then sending it to Amazon, and then Amazon sending it to the customer. So it's the same exact business model. I tried it for a little bit. I didn't see that much success, just because I think there was a lot less personalization available on Amazon. Amazon is kind of like eBay, in my opinion. Where Shopify,
Do you like eBay?
I like eBay. Yeah, I sold a lot of stuff on eBay, especially in high school. That's actually how I got started, like hustling and stuff. Was I sold sneakers in high school. So yeah, with Shopify, there's a lot more personalization. Like you can make your website whatever you want it to be. You can really design your own brand. And with Amazon, it's just Amazon. You're just another seller. There's not a lot of trust behind it. But if you can really design your own brand on Shopify, then you can really stand out and really make a killing. If you're interested in Amazon FBA, I'm not dissing it or anything. I'm like definitely go out and try it and do whatever you want to do. I'm just saying, for me, Shopify is my preferred choice, just because I like to create a brand, and I like to have that trustworthiness, you know?
Yeah, so I know there's something different about you than other dropshippers. Like, they'll just have a website where you just click and buy.
Right.
But you actually build a whole brand around the product. So tell us about the advantage of building a brand around your product.
Yeah, so a lot of people, what they'll do when they start dropshipping is they'll just load a bunch of products onto a website and just call it a day. You know, they won't have any, there won't be any correlation between the products. Like, they'll sell one thing, like maybe it's in the beauty niche, and then they'll sell another thing in the fitness niche, and then they'll have a hoodie or something like that. It's just totally random. If you want to gain that trustworthiness, which I think is really important when you want to build customer loyalty and have those repeat purchases, have those customers coming back, then you need to really build a brand around your product. And what I mean by that is, have products on your store. I'm spitting. Have products on your store that are related to your main product. So, for example, if I'm having that ball that I talked about, then maybe I could have another variation of that, or something that could help you to play with that, or something like that. Some other fidget device or something like that. There are a lot of products out there, and if you can relate something else to the main product that you're selling, that's just more revenue for you. And if you really make a brand around it and just have that customer loyalty, then you're going to get repeat purchases, which are pretty much purchases for free. So I always would recommend trying to brand your products, definitely.
Oh yeah. So then I just heard you talked about niche. Can you explain what a niche is and how you pick your certain niches that you want to be in?
Right.
And how long do you even stay in your certain niche?
Right. So a niche is pretty much a category. So right now, one of my products is in the beauty niche, so it's a beauty product. So people can use it for skin care or something like that. And so say I'm selling one skincare item, maybe I'll try to find another skincare item. Like if you've seen those face scrubbers or whatever. You could try to sell something related to that. So it's really important to find a niche and stick with it, because when people go to your store, they're not going to be, it's probably not trustworthy if, you know, you have one beauty product and then like a toy or something random, you know.
What's going on here?
Yeah,
It's like, what's
so,
going on here?
Like you're not trying to be Amazon, you're trying to be your own brand.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And so tell us a little bit about like your most successful products, your least successful products, and why you think they were like your least successful products, and why you think they were your most popular. Other than, because I know before you talked about like the summertime and like the seasons, but if you could talk about anything else.
Yeah. So my most successful product to this day is the Orb still.
Yeah.
I ran up 2 other products during the summer that did really well. If you've ever seen those hair eraser things, you rub it on your body and the hair goes away. Yeah. So I ran that up, I think, to like $50K in a couple months. So that did pretty well too. There were some issues with the product quality there. That's the other thing too. You really want to make sure that your supplier is good, because you don't want to get screwed by like customer complaints and stuff like that. So like that's just the worst.
Sorry to interrupt you, but do you have like contracts with your supplier?
No, but not initially.
Not initially.
So when people first start out, you're gonna be drop shipping products one by one through AliExpress. But when you move on and create a brand, then you're gonna be wholesaling products from Alibaba, and that's when the contracts come in. So
so AliExpress is more for singular products,
right?
And Alibaba is for wholesale.
For wholesale, yeah. You can wholesale through AliExpress, but Alibaba sellers specialize in it, so it's a lot more secure to go through.
So how do you get the AliExpress products on your website?
Mm-hmm.
And how do you get like? Because I remember you telling me you get the reviews also from there. So just talk about like how you like do that, how you connect it.
Yeah. So there's an app. If you go onto the Shopify App Store, it's called DSers. It stands for Dropshippers. It literally lets you import any product that you can find on AliExpress, and it puts it right onto your page, and you can edit the title, you can edit the pricing and stuff like that. So that's really simple. Getting the reviews on there it's sketchy. Not gonna lie, it's sketchy.
You don't have to go too much into it.
No. So essentially, what you can do is import the products, the reviews from right from AliExpress. So they're real reviews. Like people wrote those reviews on AliExpress, but there are also apps where you can go in and change the reviews and like have them seem more trustworthy, which is definitely what I would recommend doing, honestly. Yeah. But to be fair, 99% of the websites out there have reviews.
Are doing this.
They're doing this same thing. But there are apps for pretty much anything that you can think of on Shopify, which is another reason why I like Shopify so much more than Amazon. It's just because you get that already integrated into your backend, so very easy. One other thing too is, I don't know if we went into this, but when I'm building a store, I'm pretty much doing it using AI now. So
that was one of my next questions.
Oh, really?
How is AI integrated into your new business business plan?
Yeah, so I only started using AI like ChatGPT recently, and it's actually mind-blowing how much it knows and how much it can do for you. Like just today, I'm running TikTok and Google Ads for a couple of my brands right now, and I literally gave it the data from my TikTok ads, and I was like, all right, it's been 3 days since I started running these TikTok ads. Here's my data. What should I do from here? Like literally, and it's like, all right, you could kill this ad set or let it run for a couple of days if you have the budget. You can
Wow.
you can raise the budget here or whatever.
Is this just on the text part of ChatGPT? Or
Yeah,
the other part?
yeah. You don't even have to like input a picture or video or anything like that. You literally just type it in, and it's like, like here's what you got to do. Like one thing it can't do.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
It can't predict the market. So
Yeah.
like it can't tell you what a winning product is gonna be, or like anything in the future. So
But it can help you analyze your data, though.
right. Yeah, I mean, can help you analyze your data. I had it writing product descriptions for me. I wrote pretty much all the product descriptions I have up right now are written through AI. I had to write my ad copies. I had to write TikTok ad scripts and stuff like that. Like, I told it, like, give me a short 15-second TikTok ad script for this metal pop-up wallet, right? And I'm like, make it kind of funny and add an offer at the end. And it literally did that.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. The power of AI is something that everybody who owns a business should be integrating immediately, because it's so much more powerful than
And it's
what I would be
saving
able
you-
to do.
and it's saving you time.
It's crazy. It's saving me so much time.
Do you think like AI could like take over the future e-commerce by itself, or like do you think it's always going to need a human?
I think there's always going to need some sort of human intelligence on the other side of it. Like, AI doesn't have emotion, right?
Yeah.
Because there's always that emotion side of it. Like, oh, what do I think it's going to do next? Because AI can't say, like, oh, this product is good, I'm going to do this with it. Only I can say, oh, this might be a trending product in the future, so I'm going to build this store because I think it's going to be a trending product. You know what I'm saying? So there always has to be that human aspect of it, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be leveraging AI to the fullest extent, you know?
Say then so if you would start over with $0, like what would you do?
Ooh, another good question. So, what my problem was at first is I sunk a lot into ad spend. Like, I just immediately, I didn't even like test out my website first.
Could you explain to them ad spend real quick?
Yeah. So pretty much what ad spend is just the amount that you spend on advertising your product, and that's either through TikTok ads or Google ads or Instagram or Meta ads or whatever you're doing. I spent a lot of time on Google ads. So pretty much what Google ads are, you look up the product and the ad is just right there. It's first. So that's very important, being first. And TikTok ads you probably see every day if you're on TikTok. You probably might have even seen my ads before on TikTok.
Yeah.
So, but it's a very good way to earn brand awareness and even some sales, but you do have to have a bigger budget to be able to start advertising. It's very easy to start advertising, but you do have to have that budget in place.
Yeah, you just have to have a budget because you have to like test out like what works. You have to run ads against each other.
And if that doesn't work, then you have to do it again with
And
the same budget.
Then they have a minimum daily spending limit. So
Right.
like, yeah, I would definitely try to go organic first.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying. Like, if I was to do this again, I would probably not spend as much as I did on advertisements. I remember my dad actually called me one day. He was like, yo, Ian, you got like $50 in your bank account. What's going on? I was like, Dad, I know what I'm doing, bro. Yeah, so I would definitely spend less on ads and focus more on the organic side of things. And that's just because at the time I didn't have a big budget to work with. So it's a lot easier to keep it going if you're not losing money at the start, you know what I'm saying? So, although it's a lot harder to stay consistent with like posting organically and stuff like that, I'd say that's definitely worth it. And once you start seeing sales with organic growth, you can see that the product's a winner just by, you know, people are buying your product through Instagram or TikTok, and then you don't even have to do creative testing because you already have them on TikTok or Instagram or wherever you post them. So, yeah, definitely I would start out with organic, and I would also be more on top of things, because at first, when I had my first successful product, I was like, oh man, dude, I have like 80 orders to fulfill today. Like, I don't want to spend that much on orders like right now, so I would put it off. And then it's just a snowball effect. Once you start putting stuff off, then it all comes back on top of you. So definitely just be on top of your stuff and start off with organic ads to really save that budget.
So do you create your own content?
Yeah, I do. I used to not, and either way is okay, honestly. There are ways that you can also outsource your ads, which I do a lot of too. But mostly for my 2 wallet companies, I make my own content, which I do. I would recommend doing that, just because it's original. No one else has it, so you're gonna stand out if you make your own content. But there are ways that you can outsource your content, and for beginners, you could also steal content, which I mean, wouldn't recommend. Not really ethical. It's not illegal, but it's not very ethical.
It's not really
ethical. If you don't have a budget, then you could go that route. Wouldn't recommend it at all. Definitely try to either outsource your content or get the product yourself and make your videos yourself. Because honestly, it's fun. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. I like walking around town, like flipping my wallet around. Like, it's fun.
And like that's what like local life's about. Like, you should be enjoying what you're doing and like chasing your passion. So like, tell us a little bit about like how you found like that this was your passion and like you knew that you were going to be good at it.
Yeah. So honestly, I didn't know at first. I had no idea, but I liked the fact that I wasn't working for anybody, that I was just working for myself, So I've never really wanted to work a 9-to-5 job. That's just not me. I've never wanted to, sit behind a desk and do somebody else's work for the rest of my life. So when I first realized that I was going to be owning my own business, like, I just kind of fell in love with it. Like, it's the fact that I don't have to be, working for somebody else. Yeah, I'm still sitting at a desk on my computer for 5, 6, 7 hours a day.
Don't get confused. He puts a lot of hours in stuff.
Yeah,
he still puts a lot.
It's not like I'm kicking my feet back like in Cabo or something like that. Like, I'm still working hard, but I'm working for myself, and that's what I enjoy doing. And if you like working for somebody else, then do that too. It's not about escaping the Matrix or whatever. It's do what you want to do, and get good at what you do.
Yeah, because everyone's not like an entrepreneur. Like, the second person at Facebook's still making a lot of money, and he's still enjoying what he's doing. The third person, so
yeah, find what you're good at, and be happy doing it. It's simple as that. That's really all I could recommend, is that just follow your dreams. Don't listen to what anybody else has to say. Listen to what you have to think.
So tell us a little bit about how like e-commerce changed your lifestyle, like changed your life.
It's crazy how much it I wouldn't be sitting here with you today if I didn't start it. I don't think that I would have the mindset that I do now, because it definitely made me focus more. I was never the go-getter, I was never the person who was, going to the gym or whatever. Honestly, I would say e-commerce made me start like working out and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah, because it really gave me the mentality of just like, I gotta get this done. Like, I gotta do this. I gotta be healthy. I gotta I gotta make every day last. You know what I'm saying? So it really gave me a go-getter mentality, and I think in whatever profession you may have or whatever activity you're doing, that's really the mentality that you have to have. Just get up and get at them. Just give 110% effort in everything that you're doing. And I mean, e-commerce really pushed me to be the best version of myself, honestly, I think. And I definitely wouldn't be sitting here today if I didn't start researching in the back of my mom's car, you know? So it's kind of wild.
You never know, like, what's something you could develop into.
Right, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Stay consistent and, you know, follow your passion.
And imagine if you'd have quit, like, after your first product didn't work, or...
Dude, yeah, the amount of times that I thought, like, I could have quit when I lost all my money after that first product, but I didn't. And I'm so glad that I didn't. Like, right now, I mean, still got profit, but it's not like I'm not doing, you know, the numbers that I was doing before. I'm not going to quit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to... Nothing's enough for me. So, don't give up, don't quit. And I can't imagine where I would be if I quit or didn't start at all, you know? Because I'd be a completely different person. It's kind of crazy. I mean, I'm sure it's the same with Loco Life too.
Yeah, no, definitely same for Loco Life. Like,
Yeah.
especially in Loco Kicks, like, when we first started selling shoes, we actually started off going, like, really high. Like, we were selling, like, a lot of shoes, like, every day, like, at least 10 pair of shoes every day. And then we got robbed. We got robbed for, like, $10,000 worth of shoes.
Jeez.
Yeah, so...
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And that was crazy. We wanted to quit. We had no money. But we had to, like, we just went to, like, the beginning, like how we started in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then people were scamming our website where they were like, we were like, wow, this person must have, like, a lot of money, like, we like spent a lot of money with us. So we shipped them the shoes, and then they charged back the company, like, the website, and even though we had the proof of delivery and everything, Wix didn't believe us.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to win a chargeback if you're a brand. It's crazy.
Yeah, so, like, we lost the chargebacks.
That's wild.
Someone broke into, like, where we had our shoes at, and the warehouse took them.
It's crazy. I mean, that just goes to show, like, don't give up. I mean, imagine if you quit.
Yeah, there's a lot of lows. Like, I probably wouldn't have did Loco Life.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't have did a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's wild, dude. I had no idea.
Yeah, it was like, I don't even talk about it, but, like, like, that's, like, some crazy stuff that happens that you don't even really know about.
Yeah, that's
like,
that's crazy, man. I had no clue. That's wild. I mean, I've had a lot of chargebacks against me, obviously. They're hard to win. If you guys don't know, a chargeback is pretty much when a customer says that there's something wrong with their order. And they like call the bank and they say that there's something wrong with the order. So
and you cannot fight it.
Yeah, it's pretty much impossible because customers are always right. So really annoying. But I've had a lot of those in my day, and it's almost impossible to win. So there's really nothing you can do. That sucks.
Yeah, the worst part about it was that, like, Wix that we were scamming with them, and so they blocked our website. And I didn't even know you literally had to make a whole new website, start over. Yeah, it was a lot. We came back from that though.
Is Loco Kicks on Shopify now?
No, it's still on Wix. We just made like a new account.
But Loco Life is Shopify.
Yeah, Loco Life is Shopify.
Okay.
So yeah, we did that on Shopify.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that website looks good, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so clean.
We don't really do e-commerce, but we're starting to do like the print on demand.
Oh yeah. I'm rocking the hat, by the way.
Oh yeah, he has the Loco hat on today.
Yeah. It's so fresh. I wear this literally everywhere, bro. I set up a Snapchat the other day, and it was on my story, and I just had the hat on. He goes, "Loco."
So I love to see like people wearing the products, and then it really makes you feel good.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
So yeah, any last words that you want to give to the people?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much just what I said before. Really, if you have a passion or anything that you're really passionate about, just go for it, man. I mean, really, just follow your dreams. Really, don't listen to what anybody else has to say. Just listen to what you're thinking and what you want to do. If you find something that you like and you're good at, just go for it. Like, break all the boundaries that you have to, honestly. And not everybody's the same, I'm not telling you guys to go out and start drop shipping right now because it's gonna make you $1 bazillion. Just I wanted to come on here and just talk because drop shipping's my passion. So I wanted to just hopefully inspire some people to go chase their dreams too.
Stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, Live Loco.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank Ian for coming on today.
Yeah, thank you for having me, man.
And don't forget to do what you love.
Yes, sir.
Peace out.
Live Loco.